Let's go! I love Isekai. What is an Isekai? An Isekai is an anime genre where the main character is reincarnated or transported into a new fantasy world with a special talent to balance his or her terrible life. They are born with the talent for magic. They could be the strongest human in existence. Oh wait, that's not an Isekai. And so on. The Isekai genre started to gain fame around 2012 with Sword Art Online and Log Horizon, but it also began to gain hate because it was repetitive and became something generic. You are reborn in this new world and you're just too OP that no one can defeat you, and you have 2 sex slaves. You create everything you can think of saying just the word and ran out of oxygen. You're good with swords and you beat the bad guy to save your loved one, or how the Jesus Christ came down from heaven to destroy an AI. You're a slime that souls a dragon and builds a whole new nation of monsters and get accepted in society. Wait, that actually sounds cool. So what is the common generic fact about Isekai? The main characters being the strongest being in this new world, or some type of shenanigans that we don't actually expect. In some of this anime, you don't get an explanation of what happened in the first 14 years of life of the main characters when they get reincarnated. We don't get a complete explanation of how this new world functions, for example. Do you eat berries and get some magic? Have you learned magic in these 14 years? If so, how does it work? We never get a complete explanation. These characters are reborn and know how to do these things without reading or learning them. If that's the case, I would like to be hit by a truck right now. In conclusion, Isekai anime are trash.
Objection!
But we have to give some credit to the Isekai anime. They are the shows that we can turn our brain off. They entertain ourselves with the amount of shenanigans they have, and they have great waifus. Yes, they fucking do. And you can't deny it. Just look at her, and her, and her, and her. Oh wait, never mind, she's dead. Some of these isekai have the protagonist go through many malicious things that make them change and make you think.
Oh, that's hot.
Wait, not that. We are not here to speak about the all generic isekai we all know and love and hate. We are here to talk about Kumo desu ga nanika. Kumo desu ga nanika, or So I'm a Spider So What, is this collaborative isekai where not one, but multiple students get reincarnated after an unpredictable catastrophe strikes the school, killing every person. But thanks to some kind of miracle, a group of students reincarnate into another world. Well, not a surprise there, as nobles, princes, and other kind of people. Except for this girl who gets reincarnated as a spider. Who thought of this? Why a spider? Who actually thought of this fucking terrible idea? Why a fucking spider? Why a freaking No. Wakey wakey, buddy! Oh, don't you worry, little horny pants robber. I got you. We are here to talk about Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, one of the new anime in this new season that gained popularity fast. One that caught my attention because it's being adapted by a new studio, Studio Bind. It is its first anime and they are making a fantastic job with it. I never thought that I would like an isekai so bad that I would want a second season. This isekai is a complete hit. So far, my expectations about it were all completed. When I heard it was an isekai, I thought, oh well, another generic isekai, what can we do? But after watching the first couple episodes, I realized it wasn't our generic isekai we all love and hate. It is different. The story of Mushoku Tensei is about this 34-year-old ugly bastard that after he was killed while saving a stranger from a traffic collision is reincarnated into a world of fantasy and magic as a newborn named Rudius Greyrat, with knowledge, experience, and regrets of his past life. Rudius was gifted with a huge amount of magical power as well as the mind of a grown adult. His new parents see Rudius as a genius in the making. Soon, he finds himself training swordsmanship with his father, Paul Greyrat, a very powerful warrior, and magic under the teaching of a mage named Roxy Migurdia. But despite his innocent looks, Rudius is still a horny, perverted otaku who uses his looks to make move on women whom he could never make in his previous life. Well, you know, some things never change even if you are reborn. Mushoku Tensei is for me a masterpiece in the making, something never seen before in the isekai genre. You get to see how Rudius aged from being a newborn to a child, how he first discovers magic with his curiosity as a kid. Even if the ugly bastard was reincarnated in this new world, he is a kid after all. Let's stop there for a second. Why does a kid have to steal the underwear of every woman in the house?
のがルーツだと言われています。今の魔術は人族が魔族との長い争いのまで散々避けてきた。私は恐れていたのだ。ルーデウスのことを。
それに何より彼女はご神体の存在を知りつつ黙ってくれている。
It's obvious why Rudius is the horny boy that he is. I mean, have you seen his parents?
ルディ、そろそろお休みしよっか。まだまだこれからだぞ。
All they do is fuck. Over and over and over every night. And it's loud. Pretty loud for the entire house to hear them and turn them on. In this new isekai, we get an explanation of how things work, and more importantly, the mechanics behind how magic works. There is an entire episode to explain that. It's fantastic. Rudius, being reincarnated and having all his past experiences and regrets, he is traumatized with the fact of going outside and people making fun of him because as an ugly bastard, everyone made fun of him. But thanks to his teacher Roxy, he defeats this trauma and goes outside for the first time and learns that this world is not the same as his past one. He learns powerful magic and meets a new friend named Sylphiette after saving her of some bullies because she is different. A half-elf. Kind of. I still can't believe that Rudius thought she was a boy and stripped her over for a bath. Oh boy, that's hilarious. Rudius retaining his past experiences, showing the traumas that this generates after being reincarnated on a new world, having all these discussions with himself about what is the right thing to do, what is the wrong thing to do, it's also fantastic. It's actually how an isekai protagonist should be, and probably the best protagonist of an isekai out there. This is how an isekai should be from now on. My expectations are still high, and every one and single of them have been destroyed because Mushoku Tensei went even higher than that. For some people out there, this may be just another isekai, but for some other fandom like me who watches and loves isekais, we are watching art in the making. Looking at the scenery and the amount of detail there is in every frame of the anime is just fantastic. To think that an isekai could reach these levels of excitement and bring something different to the table makes you think that isekai can be good after all. Screw Attack on Titan.